The staff have found the most beneficial thing is actually examples of how to ask how they can incorporate Aboriginal perspectives into the school and into their teaching in the classroom. It's given them the confidence to work with our AEO on specific programs, like in our TAS faculty. They've done incorporated weaving, and in their cooking they've started to engage with elders as well. So it's just given them the confidence boost to think outside the square of how they can engage all of our students in Aboriginal perspectives. Yeah, giving them the confidence to be able to ask questions is the biggest thing that I've seen out of it. So I mentioned that we had spoken at the symposium last year and that we were having quite a number of difficulties within the community. What Kim and I came back from the symposium was a plan around how we were actually going to start to engage with our local community. So we have started with community meetings down at our visitor centre, so it's off-site. There's no pressure for them for our Aboriginal families to come on to the school site, because quite often we have found that that's generational trauma and they've not had a good experience. So we've started that. We're going to expand that this term with meetings with our parents, either during the day or of an afternoon, so our working parents can still attend, and we'll do it off-site until we've built the relationship with them. We've engaged with our community elders, so for our staff development day this term, we had our staff off-site doing a tour of Gilgandra, and then we had our elders come and have morning tea with all of us, and then they shared with the staff that day their experiences at school, and we had a range like from the early 1920s right up to only 10 or 15 years ago. And my staff have come back to me and said this has been the best professional development that they have been involved in at the school. Yeah, it opened their eyes. A lot of the staff live in town, but they don't actually know the history of what happened to the Aboriginal people here. So Kim took them around and showed them where the mission was and where they were moved and why they've been moved and the areas that they were moved to, giving them stories about what happened when they were down the street, how they had to go to the back of the shops and all of that sort of stuff. So it really just opens their eyes. And our families that we have now, their grandparents or great-grandparents were involved in that. So getting them to understand that when they're cranky with us on the phone, it's because of that intergenerational trauma. My ultimate goal for Gilgandra High is to have one cohesive community where we've got our Aboriginal elders walking into our school, engaging with all of our students and our staff, where we've got all of our students and staff engaging with everyone, not just our Aboriginal families, but everyone, that we're an inclusive school. And you're right, it is a small step. We've got to work at that, but I think we've made some pretty good inroads so far.